Welcome back to the Dap It Up podcast, the place for geeks of all creeds. I'm Dray the Spectre.
And this is Gunnm. And I'm Beat.
And we are the newly minted Dap It Up Entertainment. Gunnm, we need to talk about that Final Fantasy State of Play. And yes. Applause. And this whole Nintendo hacker business. But first, what's up with you?
Not too much. Trying to get this space prepped for the eventual PC building process that's going to take place on Saturday. We're going to be filming that for you guys for your viewing entertainment to see me fumble around and mess up building this PC probably once or twice, but we'll get through it. I have a consultant. So
Sound fancy, but
there's that.
consultant.
So there's that. Other than that, kind of just now realizing I'm kind of in the middle of a crisis right now as far as games. So actually, I do plan to make a video about that. That'll be on my personal channel. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one.
Nice.
I'm trying to think about other stuff. Overwatch. Work.
We'll get to Overwatch, man.
But
yeah, I know you got some stuff to say about that.
Yeah.
But everything good with work and all that?
For the most part. It's hard trying to balance doing enough work to make it look like you're doing more than you usually do, so that you're thought of highly, so that you're the next one up to get promoted. Just doing just enough, just slightly more than my colleagues, just enough. So I'm the first one being looked at. So
hey, power to you, man.
Like my advice is usually when it comes to work, just do enough. But when you're trying to move up, essentially like me, it's
ain't gonna cut it, right? Yeah, I agree. As far as me, man, I've been watching. This will surprise you. So much Naruto.
Man, I've been thinking about watching it again just to see how I feel about it now.
It is definitely for a younger crowd. It really is. But that nostalgia, bro, like that first season, leading all the way up to the Chunin exams, I was like, oh my god, is it 2005 again?
It's like that Zabuza fight. Oh man.
Oh bro, like I felt like a child again. But I've been enjoying that. I've been doing some spring cleaning, that's obligatory.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure everything's in tip-top shape. I like to keep everything Spartan on a regular basis, but something about the change in season, it gets you outside, it gets you sweeping and shampooing and doing all kinds of stuff that you may or may not have gotten overwhelmed by over the course of the winter. So, yep, just outside of games, it's just been straight Naruto and cleaning whenever I find the time between business ventures. Nope. But out this week, we had Beyond the Long Night, Suffer the Night. Both of those on April 17th. On April 18th, we had Desktop Dungeons Rewind, Disney Speedstorm, God of Rock, Minecraft Legends, and Puzzle Quest 3. I thought that was already out, Minecraft Legends.
It was on its way out.
Oh,
But
Okay, wow. Well, good for the Minecrafters.
technically, one of
April 19th, we had all the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, 1 through 6, as well as a collection. You getting that?
still thinking about it. I have a long and vast backlog, so I don't know.
Yeah, preach it to the choir with that one. Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores
Hmm.
and Survival Fountain of Youth. So today, April 20th, we've got Eresis, I hope I pronounced that right, Haven Dock, Stray Blade, and 10 Hearts. Those all sound like Kingdom Hearts worlds.
Interesting.
And tomorrow, April 21st, we have Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. I want that, but
I
it's not high on the priority list.
I wish I could. Wish I
We'll
could.
get to your turmoil. Dead Island 2, which I'm hearing good things about. Maya and the Dragon Princess. And Volcano Princess. 2 games about princesses on the same day. How about that? Any comments on that stuff?
I'm not gonna lie, just like Gang Fiend said last week, I swear half this stuff sounds like it came out of a random name generator. I swear.
It does, man. But I mean, it just goes to show
Oh,
you there's no end to names. Like, someone's going to come up with something new.
oh my god. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That Final Fantasy State of Play. It's first on the docket. What'd you think about it?
Okay, so I did watch a little bit of it. Um, more. You basically seeing more of the same. Like the gameplay looks like pristine. It does. But what I didn't appreciate from it was kind of the story spoilers. Like they were kind of going. I don't want to say heavy handed, but you see, me as a person, like depending upon the game, like if it's like a highly anticipated game, I want to just be kind of just almost completely blind. Like I don't want to know nothing about the story. I don't want to know about factions. I don't want to know. I don't even want to know the name of the land. I don't want to know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be blind. You can
Let me
tell me.
ask you
You
this,
can tell
Dan.
me. You can tell me the name of the main character, but that's about it.
Well, then why would you watch it if you want to be blind?
Like I want to see gameplay. I want to see how the.
How can you see 20 minutes of gameplay and not be spoiled on nothing? Like, there's gonna be something. They gotta sell the game, man. This is Final
So,
Fantasy. This game gonna be at least 50 hours long.
man, just show as little as possible, but keep it exciting. Well, keep me hype. Keep me. What's the word I'm looking for? Keep me. I can't think of the
On the
word.
edge of your seat
Yeah,
by
yeah,
showing you the
basically.
same stuff over and over and over. Here's the first icon battle from this angle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you mean. I do like to go in blind, but I'm also like, I mean, what else were they gonna show? Because they showed so much of the same segment already, they may as well just hint at something new, kind of give us other reasons to play the game besides the sheer spectacle. So that's what I appreciated about it, and they kind of hammered in the fact that all of the icon battles are going to be different. So
Yeah,
I'm I continue to be hyped for this game, but I'd say I'm even more intrigued than hyped, if that's possible. I know
oh
that
yeah,
sounds crazy, but
oh yeah, oh yeah, very much so. And I'm sure a lot of people were appreciating them baby mode controls. I don't know if you paid attention to that part.
yeah.
You just
What,
auto just dodge. Just I'm like,
what
how
is the
are you
world coming to,
are
man?
you even playing the game? Are you even
What is the
playing the
world?
game?
Man, we live in a world of men with soft jaws and auto dodge systems.
Pretty much. It's like what a fighting game's gonna become in the future? You're just gonna start auto guarding everything? Like, oh look at
We
this.
getting close. Bro, we getting so close to that. I mean, you already in Arxis games, can't you just hold square to do a full combo? Not that it's ideal, but
I mean,
it's just crazy. It's crazy. But hey, to each his own. If you want to be a weenie, be a
we're
weenie and
we're
play a
we're
baby mode.
we're not making fun of you people.
I'm making fun of you.
We're just saying it's sad.
I'm making fun of you, but it's in love though. That's the difference, you know. I feel like everybody's free to play on Google Gaga mode,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna make fun of you for it. But I still
And
love
then
you,
and
you
then they
know.
have accessories that go even further than that. Oh my god. No,
Yeah,
wait, no, it was the accessories that do that for you. That's right. That's right.
right.
But
Oh, kind of like there is an accessory or a trinket in Resident Evil that makes you run faster.
yeah,
Kind of like that, huh?
yeah, I do.
But
Yeah, I do like their little ability tree too that they got kind of going on in there.
yeah,
Maybe I
it
shouldn't say
salvages
tree.
the RPG in the game, you know.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, that was something we were both worried about, but you know, I got a good feeling about this game. I mean, I freaking reserved the collector's edition, so I mean, I hope it's great. Otherwise, I might have the statue of a dude I hate on the shelf, just staring back at me every day, mocking me.
But
So, man, what do you know about Joseph Staten?
Joseph Staten, well,
Hmm.
I know that he left Microsoft and he joined a company that many people probably would not expect. I did not expect it either. And that company is Netflix, which I'm starting to think like that might be a happening company if they were able to convince Joseph Staten to go there.
I mean, yeah, I couldn't have said it better. I would like to know why. I'd like to know the inspiration behind this move.
I don't know.
It
Maybe they're giving him a lot of creative control on a future project. Who knows?
may be. Well, it bodes ill for Halo. I can say that much. Just because I don't know, man. So many people have left that project. I don't. Granted, I'll be fair. I haven't played Halo in months at this point, but it seems like everyone's abandoning ship. That's what stood out to me about this. I'm like, you're going from working with 343 to joining Netflix games?
Gotta be something there.
And what they got going on, right? What they cooking?
Uh, I mean, they already released like some sort of indie game that came out of Nintendo's Indie World Showcase. So they got,
Hmm.
I don't know how many games they produced, if not more than that, maybe just that one title. I don't even know how you play games off of Netflix. Do you just download them like with the server? I don't know how it works.
You what I remember is streaming Minecraft story mode and selecting, paths and decisions using the remote.
You
I don't know
stream
if they all play that way.
stream those games? Ooh man, I hope not.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I mean that's how I remember playing Minecraft story mode. I couldn't tell you about anything else. Frankly, I wasn't very familiar with the fact that they even had a gaming division until you struck my memory. But
Yeah, I kind of forgot about it too because not much has come out of it. but
yeah,
but it looks like they're really trying to ramp up things now. So Netflix might be getting really serious about probably producing some AAA titles. So
yeah,
well, we'll
they gotta
see.
have something going on. Hmm. So Sega acquires Rovio.
Yeah, yeah. Eh, Interesting acquisition, I gotta say. Very interesting. Angry Birds.
Why? Just the money? Just the value of it?
I just the value of it. I'm like, Angry Birds is worth what? Oh my god!
Yeah, man.
Like for the Angry Birds developer, why do you want them? But when
It's
you,
angry, but don't make me get up and go pick that plushie up that I just threw.
oh my god! But
You know how many Angry Birds iterations, dude? That was at a time one of the most
there was,
well
yeah,
known. Yeah.
it had its time in the sun, and that time in the sun is over. I've never really played Angry Birds like that. I maybe played it once, and that was it.
You haven't. You gotta stop doing this, bruh. You gotta stop. You haven't played it. You know how many people have?
Yeah.
Enough to make them worth $1 billion, evidently.
Okay.
That was wild, though.
That was that, like, for some people that might seem random, but when I heard John from Spawnwave kind of break it down, I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Because, like, if anyone remembers, like, Sega has been talking about these super games that they're developing. So these super games are probably live service games. Obviously, they're trying to make a lot of money off of these super games.
All right, I get it! I mean, come inside. Make yourself at home.
So,
Right.
super games. I don't know why the fuck they call them that, but
I mean, it
yeah.
reminds me of the whole quadruple A thing Xbox is doing.
I mean, yeah, yeah. Where is that project Project Dark or whatever?
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. Sorry, Jesus
You should
Christ.
be ashamed of yourself.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I see. God damn it! I used to play that game, but
You know, one as an aside, it does seem right that Sega would own Angry Birds. I don't know why, but it seems like the same people who made Sama de Amigo, Sonic Knights would have Angry Birds.
yeah, like
Something about it.
like like it's their expertise that they want. You know, they're
Mhm.
they're really good at what they do as far as like monetizing like their games, especially in the mobile market. So they want their expertise as far as like probably helping propagate these super games to be more successful, and maybe even build a system of their own within these games where like they have like a really lucrative ecosystem as far as like microtransactions and all of that, like once these games like release, whenever they do release, if we ever see them. I'd like to at least see a trailer of one of these super games. Man, I gotta
You
see
can't
this.
quantify it, bro. You can't quantify a super game. One does not simply watch a trailer of a super game. You experience a super game.
What if one of
You
these,
remember VR?
yeah,
It's like the new thing, you know. They inject it straight into your veins, man.
one of these, you know what? Because you know they did release that Persona game. Maybe one of these super games is a Persona game. Maybe that's what Persona 6 is going to be, a super game.
Stop, because we don't know if that's good or bad.
It's going to
Like,
be,
all jokes aside.
you're going to be paying for your demons, literally.
Hey, moving on. Moving on.
The dark
What's this
future.
business? Hey, but speaking of demons, what's going on with this Nintendo business?
Ooh, yeah. So I don't know if a lot of people remember this, but during the pandemic, there was a big story going around about Nintendo going after this team executor hacker group because they were running this website basically with ROM dumps of Switch games, and they were making people pay for it, like through like a subscription service, which
Yeah.
which if you guys know Daddy Nintendo, that's a big no. They
Yeah,
are
they don't
gonna
play.
they are gonna send the Nintendo ninjas on you, and they are gonna cut you down. So
They'll disappear.
oh yeah, they will make you disappear. They got the hitmen on lock. So they were definitely trying to get that taken down because during the pandemic, profits for every company down. I mean, gaming companies were doing pretty well, but you know,
Development wasn't.
yeah. So a lot of
Yeah.
games were having a hard time coming out. So you know, Nintendo, they don't, they want all the money from
On a good day, they want all the
and
money.
and and if people are finding ways to monetize their stuff, they want a piece of it too. So
Hmm.
so long story short, they got two people from this group and they had them extradited to the U.S. Like they were nationals from different countries. So one of them was Canadian, one was French. I forget the name of the French guy, but the Canadian guy that they made an example out of mainly is his name is ironically Gary Bowser.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah,
Try not to laugh.
it's very ironic. It's ironic,
Ain't it?
but so so this guy, like after going to trial, like he got sentenced to 40 months in prison and was fined about 10 million. I might have been more than that. I've seen 14 million too, so I'm not too sure the number, but it's in the tens of millions. So that he has to pay back Nintendo. The
God
re-
dang.
so the reason why this story is making a lot of headlines right now again is because Gary Bowser got out early on good behavior. And he's kind of gone back into trying to join the workforce, and the thing that has people like on edge is the fact that Nintendo is garnishing his wages like 20 to 30%. So basically the guy can't really make a lot of money really to sustain himself really like at all, unless he's hustling some other way. But yeah, a lot of people are kind of looking at this and kind of looking at Nintendo sideways. It's like, he did something wrong, but is this too much? Like, it's kind of like what the internet's kind of been in a tizzy about as far as like this story after he got released from prison. So it's an interesting story, and I do have my thoughts and opinions on it, but I'll let Dre start off before I say mine because mine are a little sharp.
Well, here's the
So
thing, man. You know the Switch don't make no money, so they gotta recoup those losses. The Switch is doing terribly, so of course they gotta ring you for every little penny.
I mean, sure.
Now, you know how I feel about stuff like this. You play stupid games, you win stupid
Win stupid
prizes.
prizes, yes.
However, this is crazy. This is crazy. They ruined this man's life.
Mm. So
Can you imagine? I don't. 30%, man. That's almost a third of every dollar he makes is gonna go to them. And how is this helping them? All it's doing is, like you said, it's making an example of the guy. But I feel like they've done that enough. People are still gonna poke their heads from behind the corner and get shot. People are still gonna make Pokemon fan games. People are still gonna peddle ROMs here and there. Like, it's just excessive, you know? I'm not encouraging anybody to put yourself in this situation, but the punishment seems a little severe to me.
so here's the thing with added context here is that he was served a cease and desist 2 times.
Right.
Twice. He was warned. They could have just went after him, but twice he was warned.
He was warned twice over the
So-
course of what? Like, how many?
I'm actually not too sure about that. So
What,
that's a good
maybe a
question.
year or two?
I would guess so. Probably over a year.
And how long does he have to pay them 30% of his wages? Forever? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust, dude, I get it. I'm like, he's kind of an idiot, to be fair, but this is a lot. This is really a lot. I mean, you can make the argument, how else would he learn? But I mean, I think he could have done that in a different way. I don't know. I mean, you make a good point. Like, they warned the dude.
So my thing is, especially after hearing that he was warned, I would be on the side that maybe is a little excessive, but he was warned twice. You basically like it's basically the man was at like a baseball game. He just kept swinging. He kept taking his shot and tried a third time and struck out. He fucked around and found out what was going to happen. And what happened wasn't pleasant. He served prison time. He served prison time, which, you know, he got out early, but ended up having to pay a fine. Hefty fine. Do I think the garnishing of the wages like might be a little excessive? Like, at least to a degree, yes, especially the amount. But you know, like you said, you fuck around, you find out.
I mean, he found out and went to prison, and now he's out and has to pay ridiculous amounts of money.
I mean,
I feel like you'd be mad about this if it was child support.
like this group, from what I understand, they made like tens of millions off of this. Tens of millions.
That's nothing, though. Look, it's not insignificant. But I feel like they got what they wanted out of this guy. It's not like they're missing. That's not money that was taken directly from them. It's not. And I am anti-piracy. Completely anti-piracy. I'm not justifying what he did.
Well,
but it's not like they went in a warehouse and stole tens of millions worth of Switches. The Switches still got sold, bro. I'm like, and trust me, I think the dude should have been punished, but it's like, they missing that money that bad that they had to do this.
Well, it's more so about setting an example.
He went to prison. That's not an example.
Well, they're trying
to if they didn't do anything else, bro, it'd be easier for me to say, I kind of get it, but I mean, the dude already went to jail, prison.
They're trying to, and like with certainty, make sure no one even thinks about trying.
Do you
And
realistically think that's gonna work?
that's like, I'm not saying it's gonna work. I'm saying that's how they see it, and that's how they're operating. Because we all
Right,
know
but
how
you
Nintendo
also
operates.
agree. You also agree with the methodology. So I'm like, do you think it's gonna work?
I mean, probably not, but lots of people that try, better in their eyes.
Yeah, man. I don't think this is gonna stop people from making bad decisions.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. End of the day, he shouldn't have done what he did, and after he got that cease and desist, he really should have wisened up. So he made his bed, now he laying in it. But I think the punishment is a little excessive.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah. Like I I don't know, man. He went to how long was he locked up for?
So 40 months from, I think he went to jail in October. So
About 3 years. A little over 3 years.
something like that.
It's like he lost that much of his life over this, which was his fault. And like if it stopped there, I would have been like, yeah, you're an idiot. But it's like, okay, he gets out on good behavior and then has to suffer more
Hmm.
to give Nintendo their chump change.
Hmm.
That's all. Hey, I'm gonna leave it there. I agree with the sentiment that he shouldn't have done what he did, and hopefully people learn from this. That's all I can hope for.
Yep. So lesson of the day, ladies and gentlemen: do not pirate anything from Nintendo. They will find you.
Do not pirate anything in general, but especially not from Nintendo.
Yes.
Well, okay, man. Moving on from that, you said you're going through a gaming crisis. What's up with that? Who hurt you?
2023. Um. So I came into this year with a relatively clean slate. I was playing through Crisis Core, but once I had finished that, like, I was like free as a bird. It was the first time actually in a long time that I had like a clean gaming slate for the most part. And then the game started coming out. So I'm trying to think. Did Trails from? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, I'm tripping. So you had in January. Hold on, I have the list. Hold on,
This man and his lists.
hold on. So starting in January, you had the Shadow Drop with fucking Hi-Fi Rush and Fire Emblem Engage. Which, if anyone has played a Fire Emblem game, you know how long those are. 100 hours, easy. So there was Fire Emblem. Started with that, and then Hi-Fi Rush came out, and then Persona 4 as well as 3 came out. I mean, I really wanted to play more so 4 than 3 because I've never played through 4. But
You didn't even touch those though.
exactly. So
Like,
so three
that's the
games,
problem.
three games
Yeah.
right there, and I think they all came out relatively close to each other too. So which didn't help me at all. And then February came. Overwatch Season 3 started. God damn it, this game. I think I'm addicted. And I hate it. And I know why I'm addicted. It's because I'm addicted to improving. I like playing games and seeing an improvement. Just like in my fighting games. I like to play games and get better. I like to get good at games. God
It's
damn it,
crazy you
man.
never get any better at Tekken.
Man, shut up. But in Overwatch, like, I have been getting better and I see the improvement And I know I do
Yeah.
because I play with a lot of diamond players and quick play now. But
Mhm.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. I just can't. It sucks so many hours. There's so many hours just lost playing this game. And it's taken
They
away
ain't
from
lost if you're getting better.
It's taken away from the game from other games though that I want to finish somehow. Like Metroid Prime came out in February, haven't finished it. Octopath 2. Well, I will say I have been dedicated to that one. Long ass game, I still haven't finished it. Like,
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. You probably don't want to hear it. Because if you told me this, I'd be like, shut up. Just enjoy the ride, man. At this point, that's where I am. You play something, it catches your attention. Don't worry about it. I know we have obligations. I know we want to cover as much as we can for the good people watching, but sometimes Overwatch just gets its hooks in you. Sometimes a game like Disco Elysium surprises you.
but
That's
for
what I'm
4
dealing with.
seasons?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
You getting other stuff done. You are. But like if you enjoying Overwatch that much and you're streaming too, so sounds to me like you're getting a lot out of it, man. Just enjoy it. Be our resident Overwatch guy. Just give up.
I don't want to. I want to play through these RPGs. God damn
I
it. You
know.
got Trails from Reverie coming out in July. Like, I gotta get through these. I haven't even played through Trails from Zero. That came out last
Me neither.
Trails from Azure is out. Haven't touched it.
Nope.
Haven't even bought it yet. I'm trying to get me a collector's edition. Haven't even bought
Good
it.
luck.
And then there's Resident Evil 4. So, all right, I do have something that oh fuck. You know what? You know what really made me realize all this? Like Wave 3 of DLC from fucking Xenoblade 3 is coming out with some exciting stuff. Like they're advertising it pretty heavily, and I'm like, damn it, I'm behind in everything. So that comes out the 25th. So in the next 5 days, I'm trying to play through and finish RE4, and I'm gonna attempt to have most of Octopath Traveler 2 done. I'm attempting to.
I do not believe in you. I have zero faith
I have
that you will accomplish this.
I have zero faith too, but we're gonna try.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
hey, it's worth a shot, bro. You will get one of those things done. Both of those things, I don't know.
But it's a shot in the dark, but I'm trying.
Hey, that's all you can do, buddy. That's all you can do. Yeah. I've been playing a ton of Disco Elysium. I had to put Resident Evil 4 on the bench for this one.
Enjoying it that much, huh?
Yeah. So much so, depends how much longer I have. I don't know. Tonally, I feel like I'm coming up toward the final act of the game. I might replay it with a different skill set immediately. The game is that deep. Now, it gets on my nerves because, you've played D&D once or twice, so you understand what a skill check is.
Yeah.
There's so many skill checks in the game, and they're all percentage based. So, like, you could miss out on something great even though your character is built specifically for that thing. You could, 5% chance of missing, and you miss and be like, what? And luckily there's only one skill check in a game that you need to pass pretty much to move the story forward. And that is a low point in an otherwise amazing experience. I mean, this game is like a storybook, bro. So well written. I love your partner, Kim. A lot of the characters are colorful. I mean, really, yeah, I can't walk 10 feet without finding somebody interesting to talk to. And I didn't used to be into those heavily narrative driven experiences, but there's enough here, there's enough meat, and there's enough distinctive paths you can take to give this game legs. So I want to see if it sticks the landing, and then I'll have more to say about it next week.
Okay.
But in addition to that, I mean, a little bit of Street Fighter, just trying to, have my reflexes sharp for when 6 comes out. That game is like vastly different from Tekken. Vastly different.
Yeah, for one, it's not a 3D game.
I mean, that would be the obvious distinction, yes. But it's like just the way it's played, bro. So different. But topic of the week: nostalgic anime moments. This was your idea, so there must be something poking out of your head.
Well, for the Zoomers in the crowd, you probably missed out on this. Like back in the day, you see,
Man, they got Crunchyroll and Netflix and Hulu.
yeah, but that ain't Toonami. But
I mean, yeah.
So you see kids back in the day. There used to be this little animated block on a channel called Cartoon Network. They used to have a lot of great cartoons. Ed, Edd and Eddy, Amazing World of Gumball. I guess that's still going. Regular show.
That's new, bro.
Adventure Time.
That's newer.
Adventure Time. Okay, let me go way back. Johnny Bravo. That's
I'm like, why you said Ed, Edd and Eddy in the same sentence as Gumball? Gumball is great, but that's like different generations, man.
Let's see. Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff
What
Girls.
Toonami got to do with this?
Samurai Jack.
Because these were not Toonami shows.
So, on this, there was a block called. Well, on this channel, there was a block called Toonami. So,
Right.
Toonami was basically an action block. So, in a lot of shows that made up this action block, you guessed it, anime. So, a lot of my just nostalgic moments, like in my childhood, just in general, like come from just this block alone. Like Toonami was such a big influence on me and just a lot of us from the millennial generation. Like, man, that was like every single day, like going to school, like we rush home to our TVs just to turn on Toonami, just to see what Goku was doing or what Hero from Gundam Wing was gonna do next, what shit he was gonna blow up, or what Yusuke was gonna fight next in Yu Yu Hakusho. But anyways, we talking about nostalgic moments, right? So I remember the very day Goku went Super Saiyan. Krillin got blown up, itty bitty pieces.
Par for the course.
One of the many times he died, and Goku gets mad. He gets mad, and his hair turns yellow.
Blonde.
Whatever.
I was confused. I was like, wait.
Nigga. When I tell you I lost my mind, I lost my mind. I remember going to school the very next day. That was the only thing everybody was talking about. Nobody was paying attention to nothing the teacher was saying. Nothing. And I went to a private school. This was like
Oh, no wonder. I was gonna say you went to public school. They made fun of you the next day.
I went to a private school. It was like a religious private school, like a Baptist private school.
Oh yeah, y'all was all watching DBC.
So we watched DBZ. We came the next day. That was the only thing everybody was talking about. Everybody was like, "You see that shit? Did you see that shit last night?" I was like, "Oh my god, man!" Like,
Brother
that
Greg,
was. You said what?
it's Brother Greg. Didst thou see the?
I was like, bro. Like, we was talking about Frieza, we was talking about Goku, like, bruh.
That was fire.
That was a crazy, crazy moment. And just to be able to share that, like, with your peers, like, everyone at school was talking about it. It was crazy. It's crazy.
Bro.
Man.
Nothing sticks out in my mind more than these two things.
Alright.
One, Charmeleon turning into Charizard.
Oh, yeah.
Dog. And that whole arc of not just that, but Charmander evolving the first time sticks out to me. Because I remember being a kid and that mirroring my experience in the game with having an overleveled Pokemon. And it was so like, at the time, you don't really have that concept that things can be bad, people can be bad, things you love can go down a dark path, right? So Charmeleon started acting out, and I was like, Crater! I was like, what? What? You know, and Ash made it all the way to the championships, and Charizard threw the match because he was asleep. You know how mad I was? Like, real world mad. I was real world angry about it. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, wake up! Wake up! And in addition to that, no moment in any anime that I can remember trumps the moment where Pikachu jumps out. You know, the music is like nee 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 or whatever, and Ash is like Ash is sacrificing himself to the flock of Spearow, and he's just like and then Pikachu jump out. And Thunderbolt or Thunder, whichever move he used. I'm like, bro, every time I see that scene, I'm just like, I remember
just a little
being a kid. Yeah. He sacrificed himself for Pikachu. But it's like, now that I'm an adult, when I watch it, I'm like, that is so absurd. Like, if a flock of birds is dive bombing you and you just, something about it. It's so hilarious in hindsight. But yeah, most of mine come from Naruto, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, funny enough. Zabuza. How do you feel about Naruto? But man, that thing's so old, whatever. But Zabuza and Haku, yeah, when they died, because I read it in a manga first, but then seeing it animated, I was like, you know, I mean, they were some dirt bags. Well, it was more so Zabuza was a dirt bag, but it was just like, I just watched that the other night, that episode like a week ago, and it's true what they say about stuff hitting harder when you are a parent. You know what I mean? Because now every time, it's like, I don't be getting misty or nothing, but it hits me different. I'd be like, I feel that. Like, I feel that guilt that Zabuza felt because he wasn't a good father to Haku. You know what I mean? A good parental figure.
Yeah, when Naruto was yelling out, it was like, do you even care?
Yeah, they animation was on 10 for that scene. They had the crinkles in the nose. He was like, dear, recur. His face was all twisted up and junk. I'm like, oh, y'all spent all y'all budget on this moment, didn't you?
Man.
Yeah.
If I were to name another moment that was huge, well, two more. You have not seen this show, I don't think, but you need to watch it. But Gurren Lagann,
Hadn't seen it.
like that was like one of the first few, like several shows. Like someone had suggested that I watch when I had first started getting into anime, like for real, for real. When I watched Gurren Lagann, and you get towards like those last couple of episodes, like man, that shit be hitting, man. Like that fight between Simon and like the I forget what they're called, the drill people. Oh man. Oh
Don't
man.
spoil nothing, man. You want me to watch it so bad.
Oh man. I won't say more than that, but man, that and what happens to you know who, to people that have seen it, you know who at the end? Man, that shit hit me hard. That shit had me tearing up, man. That shit had me tearing up for real. Oh my
Man.
god, like I used to love that. Not even love, I still do, but man, I love the hell out of Gurren Lagann. I need to honestly buy that series, man. I need to, definitely need to buy.
It, it's been so long since I've seen this, so I cannot remember the context, but the feud between Ty and Matt in the original Digimon anime, the first season, when Agumon and Gabumon digivolved to War Greymon and Metal Garurumon respectively. I just remember that clash in my head. It's like just burned into my memory. I can't even remember why they were fighting. But that and the movie where see, Digimon is weird with the names because like half the time the Japanese name is like the canonically accepted one.
Mm-hmm.
But he was called Omnimon in the dub, but it's really Omegamon, you know, that fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember them fusing, making this godlike being, and then taking down Diaboromon. You know, it's man, there's too many of these memories to count, which is why I would love to continue this conversation another day.
Need to do
But
this.
we got a
We
side quest.
need to do this with Beat here.
We do. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like this, we could do a whole podcast about this. But we have a side quest. We're not doing a bonus round this week, but we are gonna do a side quest, and I'm interested to see how you navigate this one. So, what is a video game or show or even movie that you hate? Like, what is a piece of media that you loathe, you can't stand? I don't mean love hate, I mean you just don't like it.
That I can't stand. Uh, shit. Cause
I have one.
I, cause I don't. Mm. You know, before I started playing Overwatch, I'd probably say League, and I've never even played it. I probably wouldn't say that now, since I'm deeply ingrained in MOBA now.
You're
I
more
get.
open minded.
I
Overwatch
would
ain't no
never play it.
MOBA.
I never. It's a MOBA shooter. I've heard that.
Technically,
That's
I
what
guess
people call
yeah.
it.
I I suppose so. Yeah, resources,
Yeah.
positioning. Hey, sure, whatever. I'll be wrong. I'll take it. Well, look, while you think of that, how about this? A game that I hate. I'm not that guy who like rags on other people for what they like And like I'm happy that it has such a passionate following. I hate Life is Strange. I hate it.
Ooh.
I hate season 2 as well. I played all the way
You're
through
gonna
both. I
bring a
played
you're
season 2.
you're gonna bring a mob up against us.
Why? I already said that they can like what they want to like. I mean, if you're mad that I don't feel the same way, then I don't know what to tell you. Grow up. But I hate those games. They're melodramatic. They're very Degrassi-esque. The voice acting is atrocious. The gameplay is banal, dude. It's just the most vapid experience. One of the most lame, underwhelming experiences I've had in gaming.
Mhm.
And it's probably partially attributed to the fact that I did the whole point and click, I did the whole episodic adventure thing several times before, so it wasn't revolutionary to me when I played it. You know? And it just paled in comparison to other narrative experiences I've had in gaming up to that point. Like, and it didn't help that I could relate to it in terms of, teenage angst, I suppose. Everyone feels that, but it was just so, oh my god. It's yuck, right? Yuck.
Just yuck.
That being said, the purpose of
Um,
today's side quest is to sell something you hate.
Oh god.
So I have to sell Life is Strange to you.
Oh god.
And maybe this will alleviate the anger of the oncoming mob. So, Life is Strange. Is that Jeopardy music I hear? No, Life is Strange. Okay. All right.
Oh man.
Life is Strange is a touching story about a young woman who discovers she has special powers and her journey exploring the significance of these powers, as well as navigating the social relationships that come with, being a college student. I think that's what she is. High school, college. I don't remember at this point. But
God.
the game, to its credit, does a really good job playing with the fabric of time. It's one of those butterfly effect type games, type stories. And there's definitely replay value there. It's a game worth exploring to see how what you did affected certain outcomes. And there are some genuinely funny moments, and not just because things are unintentionally bad in places, but just, there's some lines, there's some standout moments, and the characters, they grow on you. They do. To what extent, I can't fully say, but they grow on you. So, yeah, you want a story about a teenage girl with superpowers and her navigating everyday social conflicts while trying to keep a lid on her potentially cataclysmic level abilities, then Life is Strange just might be for you. And I'm just one person. There's millions of people who love that game and stand by it and swear it's the second coming. So, hey, screw me, right? But what about you, man? Sell me something that you can't stand.
Alright, I'm not gonna use that game because I don't have enough to say about it. Let's see if I can find an anime real quick that I gave a 1 on my anime list, because any of those.
Power of positivity, bro. That's what we doing today. It's the power of positivity.
Positivity. Oh god. Let's see. I might just go with this game. Oh god. So, Bravely Default 2, which came out on the Switch. Shit, what year was that? Was that 2020? It was the same year. No, that was 2 years ago, so 2021.
Whenever it was. Wait, first say why you hate it.
So I hate it because the story's fucking awful. So I will give Bravely Default this. So if you like job-based RPGs and you're into that kind of thing, especially turn-based games in general, like RPGs, is definitely something for you. Gameplay-wise, it's very addicting. You very much so get addicted to learning new skills and equipping skills and kind of just making your character however you want. There's a lot of customization there. So there is that. But the narrative feels like it was written by a 5-year-old. Like there was a point where like you were chasing around this little girl that was terrorizing this village with paint. She had some sort of powers. I can't remember. It's been so long since I played that game, and I try to forget things that I don't like, games that I don't like anyway. But there were just so many. Like it tried to be edgy at points where like it just wasn't really hitting. And there were just really strange like plot twists, especially with some of the main characters that you travel with, like here and there. And it was just like, what the fuck is this? Like there's no like what's the word I'm looking for? Foreshadowing. There was no foreshadowing, kind of like, even hinting at it, like it just happens. And there's a lot of stuff that kind of just happens because it just happens in that game. It's
Just because.
I can't, yeah, like I don't like narratives like that. I like a well written, well constructed story. And
Well, how does that lead into what you did take away from this game? Well, what are the high points?
let's see, the high points are the gameplay. Well, the turn-based gameplay. Like, you enjoy this game like when the characters aren't speaking, pretty much.
When they aren't speaking?
Pretty much.
It's a JRPG, bro.
It's a very fun game, but I only enjoyed it when the characters weren't speaking.
They're always speaking. It's a JRPG.
And there lies my point. So,
all right.
So the gameplay, like it's there, but it's a chore to get through.
See, this was supposed to be the power of positivity, sir.
Oh God, you're right. I was just shitting on it.
Hey, look
Like
though,
8
look,
minutes.
you gonna hate me for this. So, I think the side quests are best when they're multi-part, because like there's always a fetch quest or whatever in your Mass Effects, in your Personas, and your what have you. There's always the little simple,
Exactly. I just went on a whole tangent, like a whole like almost 5-minute tangent,
Look,
just shitting
you
on
good.
it. That's crazy.
You good. You know why? Because this is a multi-part quest, my friend. Okay. So
I wanted that game to be so good. I wanted it to be so good, and
you good.
Man.
You good, bro. You look, this is a multi-part quest. So what I need you to do for next week, you gotta write a 4 to 5 paragraph essay on what you love about Bravely Default.
That's impossible.
2. You gotta do it. It's part of the quest, bro. I have to do Life is Strange. You know how much that pains me?
That's impossible.
You got 4 to 5 paragraphs on why you love it. Present it next week.
I cannot like. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done. I cannot believe that game was made by the same team that made Bravely Default 1. When I heard so many good things about it, you got to be fucking kidding me.
You got it all out your system. And next week it better be sunshine and cheer. Sunshine and cheer.
Sure.
When we get to that. to that side quest. But on that note, that's all we got this week. So where you at?
Well, you guys know where to find me at Twitch. So twitch.tv/Gunnm21, YouTube, youtube.com/at Gunnm921, Tumblr, Gunnm.tumblr.com. I always forget the last one, but it'll be in the description. Too many.
I'm on youtube.com/goalsinfitness. And you can find me at Dray the Spectre on everything else. He is mad. You mad. You mad about that, ain't you? That essay. I can see it. I can feel it just resonating off you. Like radiating off you, I mean.
God. Yeah.
Well, hey,
About
that was a
man.
Dap It Up podcast.
Yep.
Yep. Hopefully, this assignment doesn't kill either of us.
Yeah. Bravely default too. Great.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Alright. Later, y'all.